Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kentucky Garden Gal. I am Nancy, and this is a Walkabout Wednesday video where I just walk around in my garden and show you different things. And the first thing that you all will notice is most of the tree is gone. My son and Junior helped me to get this down, and we just have to get back over and get the rest of this stump out. But thank goodness that it was over power lines, and it was quite the job, but thank goodness we got it done. And Junior is still recovering. He hurt his knee, but other than that, everybody was fine. So we'll just walk around this little area, and you'll see that the Rosa Sharons are blooming. And the butterfly bush over there is doing well. I have found so many seedlings from this Savannah holly. I think I have 6 back in the propagation station. We'll check on those and I'll show them to you. But I planted this tree myself many years ago, and it is wonderful for the birds in the winter, because they love the berries. And I also use it a lot in my Christmas decorations. And since it's dusk, the sun has gone down, and I thought I would just show you some of the lighting that I have in my garden. I went ahead and lit the candles on the front porch. We love to sit out here. It's just nice to come out and unwind on the front porch. So I have those lit, and you can see I have the chandelier on in the gazebo. And when the chandelier isn't on, I do have some lanterns here that light up. But I think lighting your garden at night is a lot of fun. I just think it makes it look really special and really fun, and then you can enjoy it even when the sun goes down and it's dark outside. So this is just walking to the back, the side garden. Not really a whole lot here has changed. We'll walk up on the deck and look at some of these flowers. And, I think this year, I actually wintered this over from last year. I probably spent $20 on annuals. I really don't think I spent more than that, because I had so many things that I could use out of my garden. This is a hardy begonia, and I just forgot the name of this. I'll think of it and put it up on the screen. So out of these 3 containers, the only thing I actually bought were these impatiens. And I got these on clearance. I think they were 50 cents a piece. They were on the reduced rack, and they have just done excellent. There's that container. I think that they look so pretty. I used them over here in these containers. I believe all I bought as far as annuals this year was these impatiens, and I bought some the sweet potato vine, and I bought these salvias, the salvias that you see right here. That is all I bought, and I have just spread those really a long ways. And I showed you in the last video how to take these and get them to sprout. You're looking for a stem that has 2 flowers going up, and so you cut here and then you put it in water, and I will show you. Let's go. Oh, here's some more of them. Aren't those just gorgeous? But let me show you how quickly that roots. We'll walk over to the workstation. Look at this. That's ready to go in a container. And, it's been maybe a week. And sweet potato vines, you can do the very same thing with. It's just super easy. So that's how you get more plants, everyone. And who doesn't want more plants? While we're over here, I want to talk about this. This is part of the citizen science program from the University of Kentucky. And I saw this online, and Cameron and I enrolled. And in this particular case, this was a trap for a spongy moth. Now, they send you everything, they provide support. There's an app that you document everything in. And, excuse me, I do think that I trapped a male spongy moth right there. So I won't know until I send this in, and Mr. Harper, the gentleman over the program, until he examines it for himself. But it's a really good program because it tracks the bad bugs. It tracks the things that we need to be on top of. And we have 120 counties in Kentucky, and I want to say that we had over 500 traps set. So I think we're going to get a pretty good idea of where they are and where they are not. So yeah, that's the citizen science program, and this is the spongy moth. And then they've taught us about the red lantern and different things like that that we need to be looking out for, and then who we need to contact in case we do find something like that in our gardens. But let's go back and look at, I do have the lights on the pool. I don't know if you can see. Let's go back and look at the fall garden and tell you what's working in here. This is 4 raised beds that I put in this year, and I knew I wasn't going to get them filled, so I just decided that I would do a fall garden. So what I have planted, this is basil. And this is basil that I just cut and put in a glass of water, and it rooted. And as you can tell, it's just as healthy as it can be. And I'll show you some around back because I'm getting ready. I pulled some things out of those raised beds today, and I have some seeds on the way. And what I have planted here is considered a fall garden. I have tomatoes, I have basil, I have pumpkins, and I did plant some nasturtiums back there. And right here, I do have some lettuce coming up. Now, the things that didn't germinate well, I planted mine from seeds. So the things that didn't do well, I have ordered seeds to replace those because I don't want any empty spots in my raised bed. And what I plan to do is I have plenty of tobacco sticks, so I'm going to stick tobacco sticks in these raised beds all the way down, front and back, and then I'm going to take frost cloth and put that over this garden, and hopefully I can extend my growing season, maybe 2 weeks up to a month. But our first frost is generally October the 15th. So this will be my fall garden, and I am just going to keep planting in this little garden. I found lettuces that were 20 days. They would be mature in 20 days. And this Sunday's video is going to be on planting a fall garden. So hopefully I'll have those in, and I'll be able to show you exactly what those were. And I didn't order from Baker Creek. I ordered from M.I. Gardner because all of his seeds are $2 a pack. And if you ordered 6 packs, you had free shipping. So I apologize. It was M.I. Gardner. But anyways, that is how the fall garden looks. And we'll go around and look at some stuff here. Now, these are my peonies, and I will cut these back. I cut the blooms off of them so that all of the energy could go back into the roots. And when it gets a little bit later in the season, I do cut these all the way down because my experience has been they will get a type of mildew on them, and I just don't want that. And I wanted to show you this shrub. This is a hydrangea, and it was actually something that came as a bare root. I couldn't tell you the company I ordered from, but some companies send out free gifts, and this happened to be one, and it was literally just one stem, bare root. And this thing has just shot up this year, but I don't have it pruned properly. For it to be pruned properly, I should have the bottom closer cut, and then it would have more blooms on the top. So I will get that fixed, but I have two that are the same way. But these were free hydrangeas, that came in a plant order. So let's walk back here and see what we've got going on. I have two ways to come into the backyard, and you'll see the chicken coop right there. And we'll go in before it gets real dark and check on the chickens and the bunnies. And you all, I have a rooster. Junior incubated some eggs from our friend Leslie. She had a beautiful rooster, and we just said, hey, can we have some eggs? And Junior hatched them out for us, and I ended up with two roosters. And the first one crowed this morning. I was in the backyard, and I was like, oh dear. I had been looking at the chicken, and I was very suspicious that it was a rooster, and lo and behold, it's a rooster. But anyways, here is what's left of the gladiolas. I finally, this one little liatris, I have had so many problems with predators, and I still have one I'm trying to trap because you can see it ate all of the Jerusalem artichokes all the way down. But they seem to really like the liatris, and that's the only one out of all the bulbs that I planted that's bloomed. And this was a type of bellflower here, has a beautiful bellflower. I think I got one bellflower this year, but they just keep it eaten all the way down. So I'm trying to get all these little critters out of my yard, but it's taken time. And look how pretty the chives are. Aren't those just gorgeous? I love when they bloom. I think those are so pretty. This is a pepper plant that Cameron planted, and it just seems like it's fixing to burst out any minute and have plenty of peppers. I think this is a scorpion. I'm not sure. And that is a moonvine down there that I planted from seed. These are pawpaws that I got from the conservation office. So I've just temporarily put these in this container, and I'm letting them grow up, and I'll take them to the farm just in a couple of months and get those planted up. But as you can see, the rudbeckia is still doing well. The zinnias, this is the second planting of zinnias. Those are doing fairly well. And this pumpkin vine that the chickens planted, it just has tons and tons of growth, but the groundhogs are eating the blooms. So I got in there today, I checked it, I literally have two pumpkins. All of this, and there's two pumpkins. Because those things are just, I tell you, they will decimate your garden. So let's go in before it gets real dark, and we'll see how the ladies are all doing. Oh, look, they're all getting ready. That's where they like to sleep. They all huddle together. They like to get up there and sleep. We got a couple over here. Now this is one of the roosters, I'm pretty sure. Today I was cleaning out Henny Penny's cage, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the one that crowed this morning. So he got in there, and I thought, he's not bothering her. He seems happy, so I'm going to have to rehome this one and this one because I can't have roosters in the city. And the bunnies are doing good. They're still eating on their carrots that I pulled today. They're doing well in there. And there's, oh, these babies. I don't know if you can see them. They're in for the night, but there's some babies tucked up in there. But yeah, the chickens, they settle down. They like to go to bed early and get up early. And you can start to see, I think I told y'all the last time, I got into the shower curtain. There's a whole thing with people buying shower curtains and putting them in their gardens. So this is mine. This is when you come out of the chicken coop, this is what you see. But let's walk around and I'll show you. The lights are starting to come on. You can see just a little bit better that the lights are coming on. We'll go back and look at the propagation station and I'll show you what I did today. These are the lilies that are just doing well. These are the Savannah hollies that I told you that I found and just plucked out. This is a sedum. The Rosa Sharons. Rosa Sharons are so easy to do. I am digging up my irises and potting those up as I have time. And then these little nandinas. I like these little nandinas. Now, this is boxwood that I had trimmed a boxwood and I just put it in here. And the thing about these plants that make it so nice is that if I don't get these, if they don't have roots or I don't get these in the ground this year, they'll winter over right here. Like I won't do a thing to them. They'll sit right here. They'll winter over and they should all come back. But this is what I propagated today. I trimmed this little evergreen and I think I ended up with 31 little seedlings. So we'll just wait for those to root and then it's going to take a while. It takes a while for these boxwoods and these evergreens to get big enough that you can see them. But if it's a couple of years, when you think about the fact that one plant is going to be at least $13, think about what you've saved just by taking, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. It took me 10 minutes to, as I was clipping those, just to pick them up and bring them over and stick them in the soil. So that is the propagation station. We have zinnias here that are getting ready to just pop any day. These are coming up. They're a little bit behind those, but we've got those. They seem to be doing, pretty well. So let's walk around this area. The banana trees are so pretty, and I wanted to show you the apple tree. It is just so pretty. And the apples are delicious. It is just hanging full of apples. I think I ate 3 today off of the apple tree just while I was out doing yard work, mowing and stuff like that. But these are the banana trees, and they've just gone crazy there. I think they're so pretty. And like I was telling you, I like to have lights in the garden at night because it just makes it a whole different experience when you can come out and enjoy your garden at night. Let's walk over here, and I wanted to show you. This is a hardy hibiscus. This is pink. It's a beautiful hibiscus. today I was able to get 4 seed pods off of this. Tomorrow, that one right there will be ready. Do you see the difference? Where some are, obviously this is too green, this is ready to go. It wasn't ready today when I was out pulling these. But all I will do, I will take a paper bag and I will write on this hardy hibiscus 2023, and I'll have these seeds. But that's how you start collecting seeds. And I wanted to talk to you all about, for many, many years as a gardener, I was the kind of person who I wanted to see all the pretty flowers. I mean, who doesn't want to see the pretty blooms, right? But, I have been able to see the joy in the garden all year long, to see the beauty and be able to come out. This is the season for collecting seeds, for collecting your harvest. That's what the fall is all about. And that has actually become one of my favorite seasons. And I didn't used to be like that. I was like, oh, summer's over, da 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 da. But now I just enjoy the feeling of fall and being able to come out and collect seeds and collect whatever I've planted to be or grown, what to be able to put up. But I hope that that you will consider maybe thinking about each season separately and what each season brings to the table, because after the fall, then we get into the Christmas season and we have the beautiful evergreens. And, you can just make some absolutely gorgeous greenery out of your own garden. And that's what I've done over the years, is planted things that I could have to use at Christmas time. Like I said, the Savannah Holly, the magnolia is my favorite. That is just, you can do so much with the magnolia. But anything evergreen, the Nandinas, there's one peeking right around the corner. I use those in all kinds of arrangements, indoors and outdoors. And then, of course, after Christmas, then you're looking forward to your spring garden. So I'm really a advocate and a fan of a 4-season garden. And that means you have something of interest in your garden all 4 seasons of the growing year, depending on your zone and what you can have. And there's a helicopter going by. We are on the flight path for the helicopter that flies people to the hospital. And that just, I always have to stop and say a prayer, because I know that whoever's in that helicopter isn't doing well. But I appreciate you joining me for this video. And I hope that I've inspired you. I hope that you're encouraged. And I did want to say before I go, I often get asked, have you ever killed anything? My word, yes. Oh, yes, that's part of it. You have failures every single year. This year, my problem has been predators. Everything that I've tried to plant and grow, the predators have gotten a hold of. So, you just can't give up. You have to keep going and figuring out how to be one step ahead of them. And then one of the great things about growing from seed is that if you go to the nursery and you've invested, $15 in a plant that's a perennial, and that plant doesn't make it, that's a considerable loss. But if you have um, maybe gotten that out of your own garden or a friend has shared with you, it's not quite the same loss. So I think that is one of the huge advantages of learning to grow from seeds, and then learning how to propagate and learning how to divide plants, because your monetary investment it just really reduces it. And like I said, plants just for some reason, it isn't always something that you've done. Sometimes it's just the plant. Maybe may not make it. But then if you don't have a lot of money invested in it, then it's not that big of a disappointment. But if you've spent a ton of money and then everything doesn't make it, then yeah, that's a huge disappointment. So stick around, and I have a video coming up on seed saving. So I will teach you how to collect and store your seeds. But I see this video is getting close to, well, it's 26 minutes. That's pretty long for me. I've been long-winded tonight, but I hope that you've enjoyed this tour, this little garden talk, and I appreciate everyone who watches, subscribes, comments, and hits the notification bell and the like button. 4 things! Oh my goodness, 4 things to do. But I appreciate all of you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I will see you on Sunday.